Dear Sri Singh Sahib Ji, are you all right? Please announce tonight at 8 o'clock. Are you hearing? Hey, what are you doing? Okay, this is normal thing. Tonight at 8 o'clock at Guru's house, a class in understanding Gurbani, starting with the Savaiyas in praise of Guru Ramdas. Thank you. Humbly yours, Sada Sat Kaur. Good. Number one. Number two, bless Hari Krishan Singh on his 26th birthday. Waguru. So he's blessed. 26, it is a long time to live, isn't it? Where is he? It's you? Oh, wow. Fantastic. Why it took so much for you to smile? Huh? Well, boy, you have walked into Guru's house. 26 is a long time. Well, kid, come on. Yeah, in those series we are going to talk dignity, integrity and challenge of life. I was talking to you the difference between reality and romance, right? You got that? And especially these days people fall in love. You know the term I'm in love or I fall in love? It's such a stupid thing to fall in love. It means that I'm going down the hill without brakes. That's exactly when somebody said, I'm falling in love, I expect the guy says, there are no brakes, guy, here I am, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah is a Muhammadan, Jehovah Witness hai, adios. You know what I'm talking about? It means just going down the tube. It's nothing more, nothing less. It's a very fascinating feeling. And it is a feeling of selflessness. When the integrity of consciousness does not rule you, it is more possible that one way or the other you will fall in love. People with integrity don't fall in love. People with integrity don't fall in love, people in integrity don't promise, people in integrity do not talk, people in integrity just deliver. That is what integrity is. And that is what a Gursikh is, and that is what the idealistic situation to which Guru Gobind Singh talks about, and that is what Nanak is Nanak for. Not tying a turban or beard God gives you, you don't have to grow it. Simply don't shave it and it's there. You know, and the Rishi knot, that is for the psycho-analytical energy for your strength and courage. I mean, the design of a human is not made by a human himself. You should understand that. And humans have not resolved it in their own consciousness or as a nation or as a country. Some people say, well, I'm a Sikh. Everybody is a born Sikh. Natural growth is just a Sikh way of life. It is nothing special. It is nothing extraordinary. Your beard grows with your maturity. Your top of the hair grows with your integrity. You need that extra psychic power. It is called the psyche of the life on the crown of your head. You think God is totally a dummy something and He had an extra grass in the heavens and when people are going, He is throwing over their head and it took long time because it was lately put on it. When you become 18, 19, this grows. No, I mean this is what you feel. And fundamental integrity of you before God is that you want to look a child. People who shave their face and cut their hair, you take it example just when you are 2-year-old or 1-year-old, you know, exactly that is the style you like to keep. Doesn't matter you go to 54-year-old. You don't want to grow, you are afraid to grow. You cannot afford a flowing beard. Just stand before a mirror yourself and talk to yourself. I have a flowing beard, why not anybody else in the world? Just ask that one question. People don't have guts. I mean, say, don't talk of spirituality and gaze. I'm talking of a simple integrity between you and God. Who you want to look beautiful to? Me? Your boyfriend and girlfriend doesn't mean anything? No, it's a temporary thing. It is today or tomorrow, tomorrow or today. It doesn't make a sense. What ultimately will make sense is how you know how to look before a mirror according to your conception, right? All you have to learn is how to look to yourself, your consciousness before a mirror. And that's divine. That is the solution and that's the salvation. It's no big deal. Guru Nanak was so simple, so direct and so humble. It sometimes amazes me. That's why not a single writing of Guru Nanak is humble of the humble, servant of the humble, chakar, neech, all that stuff. I call it self-depleting. Totally he wants to wash away himself. He wants to look so little. Because comparatively he knows there is so big. His experience with God is so big. I have studied 22 religions comparatively very well. Very deep study I have done. It's not something that I'm talking out of just to look good. I have done a good homework on that. And I have read the teachings of all the prophets. When it came to Mahatma Bodh, they say, is there a God? He said, did I say that? Is there no God? He said, did I admit it? So he walked out of it. Wonderful teaching, tons of it. But when it came to that crucial point, God is or God is not, Buddha couldn't say. When it came to Muhammad, he said, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. I am the only messenger of Allah. He is the only postman. Every other post office is out. Christ is the only son. Moses is the only lawgiver. Lord Rama is worshipped like he is the only incarnation. Without Krishna you can't go anywhere. Who you are worshipping? You have tried for centuries, you have never understood that what a man is. And now it is very difficult for you to understand either, because we have been brainwashed from last 5,000 years only to believe in incarnation which is higher than us. Guru Nanak is the first incarnation which is humble than us. Nanak neech kahe vichar. Nanak neech. As a respectability, we say Nanak the lowliest of the lowly, right? It's very respectable. Neech does not mean that. We give credit to the guy. Neech is a very direct word. Neech means meanly nothing. To the dive of the depth, Guru Nanak has dived openly. Look at the guts of the person. And look at his integrity with God. Study it. Guru Nanak can dive down to the point of the lowliest of the lowly, mean of the mean, humble of the humble, nothing of the nothing. And openly. and say, this is my opinion about myself. You don't have the guts even to say, you can't say, I'm good for nothing. You say, no, I'm something. He went straight. I'm nothing of the nothing, he said. Because he saw God, everything of everything. He couldn't lie. So you have to understand Guru Nanak, that you understand Guru Nanak thoroughly in a profile and a personality. And a personality and a profile of a person you cannot understand if you do not know the integrity of a person. Even prophets have lied. I am the only way, I am the only son, I am the lawgiver, I am this, I am that. Worship me. Without Ram there is nothing. Without Krishna, forget it. All that jazz we go through every day. And there's a great hope and great promises. Guru Nanak promised nothing on him except he said, Manne ki gat kahi na ja. Those who agree the will of God, you can't even describe them. The key, what you agree with God, God give you beard, you take a razor and shave it up. God gave you the longest hair on head, you are unable to decide on you can go on a moon. What a big deal, moon is there. You just took a little, kick and went up there, big deal. You only know how to conquer, right? You cannot conquer to let your beard grow. You cannot conquer, let your hair grow. You can't. It's very difficult, I understand that. It's not a conflict. Don't misunderstand that I am against barbers and beauty salons and all that. And I just want you to look like me. That's not the proposition. And there's no catch-22 either. I'm just explaining to you the basic formula of integrity of a human being in relationship to God. That's my job. I'm not asking you not to wear a business suit. Wear a business suit, go and impress somebody, make 20, 50, 200, 500 million dollars, live very rich, and carry everything with you. When you go to heavens, carry away. First of all, Dharmaraj say, where is your beard I gave to you? Go back into the sewage line and collect your hair. Oh, that's what God gave you. You have to go with it. Consciously at least. No, it's not true. The body will be left here, it will be put in the ground or it will be burned. That's not the question. Beard is not the question. If you want to know what beard is, ask the one who doesn't grow it. They grow it electronically. It's cost $7,000. This word is very funny. It's a very funny experience. People have not worked deeply to understand what is the integrity. Because they do not understand their individual dignity. You have individual divinity, individual integrity. You are individual. God made you just as complete experience. And from that you can look at the hugeness of the infinity of the God. And in the 25th pauri of the Japji, Guru is so clear. From nothing to everything is so well described. It's unbelievable. Bhauta karam, likhya na jaye. Do you know this line? Bhauta karam. Karam means all this creativity is called karam. Bhauta karam. This huge creativity. Bhauta karam likhya nahi jaye. You can't write it, you can't keep note of it. It's too much. Vadda data. God is so big. God is so big, you can't get to it. Tel is the littlest seed, you know, sesame seed. Sesame seed is called tel. ਬਹੁਤਾ ਕਰਮ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਨਾ ਜਾਏ, ਵੱਡਾ ਦਾਤਾ ਤਿਲ ਨਾ ਤਮਾਏ. Next. Wait. Kete ਮੰਗੇ ਜੋ ਦੋ ਪਾਰ. Power to me. Kete ਗੰਤ ਨਹੀਂ ਵਿਚਾਰ. Uncountability. Vichar means in the thoughts you cannot bring the countability. Try to study this 25th pauri. I have told you it brings prosperity, richness. It brings you integrity. It's very powerful. Just the shabad of it. Kete gant nahi vichar, kete khap tutte vikar. People get ruthlessly tired and useless by trying to know and count and explain God. Kete lehla. That's all of us. We get everything from God and we say we earned it because we deny it that God gave us. Mukkar means one who says, when you give somebody money, you say, I gave you $10, you say, no, you never gave me. Or in American terms, you say, I don't know. A mukkar jana na, a mukkar pa. Kete dukh, bhukh, sadmar. Listen, Americans, I tell you something very funny. Kete dukh, bhukh, sadmar. Dukh means pain. Dukh, bhukh means hunger. Hunger brings terrible pain. You know, when one is hungry, one freaks out. Dukh, bhukh, sadmar. It is multiplied 100 times. Kete dukh, bhukh, sadmar. A B. Dat is what? Gift. God, it is your gift. Kete dukh bhukh sadmare vi dat teri datar band khlasi paane ho. Through thy will only I shall be free. And we don't accept the will of God. We don't. We don't even accept the will of spiritual teacher or destiny or consciousness. We are funny people. Kete dukh pug sadmar evi dat teri datar band khalasi aur e akhna. Nobody else can say it. Je ko khaye ke akhan pa. O jane jete mukha hai. If somebody even tries to do his number, he'll have a shoe beating on his face. I mean, it is explanation is worthless. O jane, ape jane, आँखें से भी, ape jane, he is the one who knows, he is the one who gives. आँखें से भी, but people have different explanation of it. जिसनू बख्शें नानक बादशाही बादशाह. जिसनू बख्शें, जिसनू बख्शें, जिसनू बख्शें. Now you Americans do not know the word baksh. It is expression, baksh. Baksh is also menu baksh, forgiveness. Forgive me, please. And baksh also means blessing. Baksh also means, bakshish also means giving. Baksh also means forgiveness. Jisnu bakshe sift salah Sift means what you can call sift. Simple English of sift is goodness of heart. Including head. Jisnu bakshein sift salah. 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 Advice, opinion is called salah. Jisnu bakshein sift salah, Nanak Padshahi Padshah. Now, what is sift salah? A continuous goodness contained and sustained. Understand that. Jisnu bakshein sift salah. That advocative advice which contain and sustain me within me continuously till infinity. Jisnu bakshein sift salah. The one whom God wisheth so that he or she can contain their, what is that word? Merit. Merit. And what they call merit? Man with a merit, what they call it? Huh? Honorable is who has honor. Merit, what is that English word in the school? They certify you something. What the word is? Huh? Meritorious? Isn't this it? He was granted a meritorious, honorable stipend or something. There's a word for it. Yeah. The merit of life, or the goodness of life, or the suggestiveness of life is continuously self-contained and self-sustained. Jisnu bakshein sift salah. And that so well disciplined, self-contained and self-sustained, with all the merits, with all the goodness of the heart, with all the intelligence, with all the consciousness, is also baksh, His grace. In other words, what here is a very simple thing at stake. If all the goodness you know you have, first of all, you do not know how good you are. But perchance, there are two things you don't know. Can anybody tell me in this class two things you don't know, which you have to know? Without this, you can't get away with it. No. How good you are and how bad you are. Most of the time, when you deal with life, these two things you don't know. While dealing with the life, you don't know how good you are and how bad you are. If you know how good you are and how bad you are, you can never be wrong. That's why you do not have effectiveness. If you know how good you are and how bad you are in good shape. If you know your longitude, in other words, what I am saying scientifically, if you know your longitude and latitude, you know where you are. You fly aeroplane, you always know what is your longitude and what is your latitude. Is that right or wrong? So if you know who you are, which is a very powerful discipline, knowing yourself is knowing God. So in other words, when you know who you are, it means you know yourself and you know God, even then you are grateful, then you have made it. That's what this line means. Jisnu bakshein sift salah, Nanak Padshahi Padshah. Literary translation of Japji is not enough. Japji contains entire creativity and ecstasy and infinity and zero-ness of God. So a person of any realm of consciousness, of any category, from anywhere you come from, there are two things. You do not know how bad you are, you do not know how good you are. So doing a bad deed, you are go on the tide of the emotions. Doing a good deed, you go on the tide of emotions. So more motor power behind us is the emotions. So that emotional good and emotional bad is not a good thing at all. I didn't say, look, I have started learning to be good with you too. I didn't say it's bad news. Because why? Emotional goodness is motivated. And emotional bad is motivated. And anything which is motivated in the long run needs back the return. And anything which needs the return is the pain. Because the return may not be what you expect. That every appointment can turn into you to disappointment, then you are in the law of karma, not the dharma. Dharma never wants the return. Dharma means give, and keep giving. Baksh. Jisnu bakshe sift salah. That's called the statement of baksh. Denda de lende thakpa, juga jugatr khai kha. Denda de, a baksh hai. The God gives and gives and gives through the time, and those who take get tired. When you are about 80, 90-year-old, you think of going home. You don't think that even at some people can resist that much age, but some at 102 or 120, between that age, I think you will ask for a khandpa to go home. It's very difficult to stay here. You know? Sir kampyo pak dagmage nain jyotatein. When the head starts shaking, legs start shaking, eyes can't see, there are no teeth, one can't speak. What are you going to stay for? You know, funny part I see with you is, which is very, it's very personal, but don't take it personally. When you are young, when you are young, you act crazy. When you are old, you have to act crazy. Why don't you wait till you get old and get crazy? I mean, what is this youthful senility you have got? Totally unconscious, totally, you know what I mean? No, you don't know. You have an idea about it. It doesn't hit home, does it? You and your feelings, and you know, when people talk to me, I feel, it looked like somebody has shot 4.5, that bulldog revolver right through my heart. Feel. What this guy knows feel? What is a feeling? Do you know what is a feeling? All right, do one thing. Imagine your integrity and put your feeling through that integrity. Can you do this homework sometime? Don't ask me. Just feel what is your integrity? What is my integrity? Just imagine. What is my integrity? Integrity is in proportion to the longitude and latitude of your sphere of consciousness. That is your integrity. Now I am explaining to you scientifically. In the sphere of your consciousness, the longitude and latitude where you are at, or your ego is at, that is the integrity. And in the sphere of ego, where your emotions are at, in the sphere ego, where your emotions are at, the longitude and latitude of your emotion, that is your personality. So normally in the life you deal with personality, not with integrity. If I deal as Sri Singh Sahib, I have to be humble of the humble and continuous of the continuous. But when I have to deal as a Yogi Bhajan, then I have the right to spank. And I do that. As Harbhajan Singh, I should be normally hustler, hanging out to get and give and deal and not. You know, there are three personalities right there on the spot. As a Harbhajan Singh, I have to plan tomorrow. As a Yogi Bhajan, I have to see everybody plans tomorrow right. That's my job. As a Sri Singh Sahib, I should not worry. It's all going to be all right. As Sri Singh Sahib, it's the will of God. As Yogi Bhajan, his job as a teacher to get in and tell somebody, analyze, tell him what is not what, get doing things. As Harbhajan Singh, I have to plan everything to feel secure. As a Yogi Bhajan, everybody to feel secure. As Sri Singh Sahib, it is already secured. इस माया के तीन नाम परसा, परसु, परशुराम. There are three stages before you always, and they shall be always. One is you as a person, one you as a person with reference to the creativity of nature, one your person with God. When you say, I want to be with God, you are lying. You are already with God. Want to be with God is the biggest lie which you lie to yourself. There is no such admittable evidence that you are not with God. You say you want to be with God. When? Explain to me when you can be without God. After all, if you are without something, you have to be with something. Is that true or not? No? Yes or no? I mean, everybody is agreeing, or just few people just say yes to get out of the... Don't you say all the time, I want to be with God. I'm searching for God. I'm going for God. I'm walking for God. You know, this time in Aspinwall, all these people who are just a little bit shaky, I asked them, he said, more than this religion and the Guru, I want to be with God. I said, ha ha ha. Good. I said, you will be with God soon, later. When they dig a pit in the earth and lower you down, that is when you will be with God. Before that, you all are egomaniac. Truth is, you are with the God, and the hassle is, you do not recognize you are with God. That's the hassle. The problem is that you are God, not only with God. God is within you. But you are searching it outside. I must say, money is in your pocket and you are searching in the street. And that is your real, serious spiritual search. When you come in the morning sadhana, right, you come here to purify. That's what you feel, right? Am I right or wrong? Huh? Am I right or wrong? My personal feeling is when I come in the morning, I just confirm it that I am pure. It's a confirmation. We have to confirm and reconfirm our integrity. That's why we come for sadhana. That is why to come to the Guru. To confirm our integrity to our consciousness. It is just to deal with the sphere of consciousness we walk over here. Otherwise, Guru is everywhere, Guru Shabad is everywhere, God is everywhere, no problem. That is why Guru Nanak said, Sadh Sangat Mil Tariye. Seek the company of holy, you will go across. We need that. It's a biological, psychological, and personal need to be with the Sadh Sangat. The entire Sri Guru Granth has the message, if you have no chance, still when you come into the company of the holy or with a man of integrity, you will be liberated. Why? Because that will confirm to us our own dignity, our own integrity, our own virtue. It's not outside. Jungle pome, mirg ki trishna. People go to the forest, and that's what deers do. They run into the forest. They should be the biggest saints. Ashnan kare mend ki jaat. If taking a bath is ultimate end, then this dadu, this frog, lives in the water all the time, takes bath. And this is karam. Karam mach nahi phasna. Karam, don't get into the karam. Dharam nahi hai. Dharam is, we take a morning cold shower, ashnan we call it, just to stimulate our system, get ready so that we can meditate. Purpose is to meditate on God. Purpose is not ashnan. If you just do ashnan in the morning and then don't meditate and don't worship God and don't clarify yourself and do not open your mental eye, you are as sick as anybody else. Some people think we're sitting and meditating, closing the eye, they look wonderful. You know the guy who takes the fish, what do they call him? A fisherman, that bird, white bird with the long legs. You know how good he meditates? He's the best yogi. Very calm, absolutely still, with a long beak, and all you know, prick, and there is a big fish in his mouth. If you look good to damage others, you shall not enter hell. Forget about heaven. To be good to damage others is the worst sin of the world. So don't use goodness as a bait. And don't use your smile. That's what I say. Sensuality and sexuality, when used for the personal purposes, it brings nothing but pain. But with the same sensuality and sexuality, you can expand, you can give, you can encourage, you can uplift, you can levitate. Energy is the same. With the feel, the feeling, with the feel, you can feel another person and contact the feeling another person. And if your feel is higher and the other person feels your feel, the person can go higher. But it's a matter of integrity. You have to understand on the scale of consciousness at one longitude and what latitude you are. Are you a wolf out to hunt the sheep? Are you a dog to serve the master? Both almost look alike. It is my experience in America that this is my first experience, that here students think that they can blackmail a teacher. This is one country where I found out students feel the teacher is at the mercy of the student. More they teach students, better is the teacher. I must say, you are forgetting something fundamental. Teacher is based on the teaching, not on the students. Integrity of the teacher is on his teachings. How well he can deliver. I was discussing with somebody today and she said, I came to you, you rejected me. I said, I didn't reject you. I gave you a psychic slap. You came to me, you wanted to be accepted, wanted to be forgiven, what you did was wrong. I rejected you. I had to do it so that you can stand on your own feet and not feel in my refuge you can do wrong and get away with it. Because accepting you or rejecting you is based on my consciousness, how you can grow. Sometimes it is good to banish a student if he or she cannot deal with integrity. It's the master's will. And for that, price has to be paid. Judith was banished by Christ. Result was to be nailed on the cross. Isn't it history, you know? You do sing one line in the Khalsa, song of Khalsa, which is very dear to me. Guru Arjan, what does it say about that? Guru Arjan Partakhar, that Sri Guru Granth says. Guru Arjan, the personified God. So there's no more definition required about Guru Arjan than this. Guru Arjan gave his life to stand for. That is the job of a teacher. To stand for what was right. He was burnt and tortured 5 long days, and he could have stopped any time just by. Do you really understand the impact of these words? Have you sometimes really understood them? What it says further? He? Well, giving an inch at all is very great thing. You give in by yards sometime. I'm trying to explain to you the virtue of godliness in the very being of you, which is called the sphere of integrity. When we meet next time, we'd like to expand it and explain it to you in day-to-day feelings, so that you may understand how beautiful, how virtuous, and how positive is the chance as a human that we can just be one with God, because we are already one with God. If we can stop searching God and we stop feeling God, then our feelings will be pure, and then karma will be gone, dharma will prevail. Rabb da ki paana, ithon put ke ithe lana. What is there to find God? Pull it from here and put it there. So if we can put our feelings in proper place, that God is within us, we are the peace of God, God is the whole of us, and it is the ultimate reality, and we start living that, then we'll stop searching God. Man tu jyot swarup, oh my mind, you are the part of the light. You are the light. When we search God, we subject ourselves, then the objectivity is gone. So we work on that. Blessed God, in the name of Nanak, to the word of the Guru, we ask Thee to bring us peace, victory, happiness, health, joy, and deep understanding to relate to our own soul, the light of God. Give us the power to bring us the dignity and divinity so that we can understand our integrity. Give us the helping hand to bring us within us the consciousness that we belong to Thee forever. We pray that let there be peace on the earth. We pray let there be peace in ourselves. And by virtue of that peace, we can bring tranquility and peace to all we meet, we share, and we are with. May Thy grace be with us, within us, and without us, for always. And may we always not plunder our beautiful human life, and may we render ourselves into the service of the mankind and to our consciousness. Give us deep understanding to live in that. May we all rise in ecstasy. May we all resurrect ourselves into the state of consciousness we belong to. In Thy name we pray for that experience. Satnam. Well, tomorrow is what you call it's a good day, right? Wednesday. Tomorrow I intend to give you a set. I will call it a workout set. I would like everybody to dress very properly for it, because I have found out the situation is really tense, because there are some sets available in the market, but yogically they are not right. They are not made to work on the deep knowledge of the glandular system and glandular stimulation, which is very essential. So, those who have not come tonight, ask them to come. Those not here, ask them to be there tomorrow. I'll myself be there, and I will not try to be late. I'll try to be on time, and I like to finish it in exactly 60 minutes. And I want you to grow with me. And I want you to experience me within you and you within me. So tomorrow is Holy Wednesday. Okay? Will you all be there? And try to bring those who didn't get the message so that we can totally do a one good set tomorrow and see that it works. And now smile.